Chris Gaines is one of those things that seems pretty easy to take a shot at. Today, I'm going to go against the grain and give you 5 reasons to give Chris Gaines another shot, coming right up. Hey, it's Russ from the Infectious Groove podcast and here on YouTube. And we always try and keep the channel positive and find ways to shed new positive light on things. And one of the things that seems to get made fun of quite a bit is when Garth Brooks did his Chris Gaines project. So I was as skeptical as anybody else, but bought the record and have loved it ever since I first heard it. So here's 5 reasons I think that you should give it another shot if you're one of those people who's always kind of come down on it. Number 1, it was marketed very incorrectly, in my opinion. Yes, it was everywhere. They did the Behind the Music special. Garth hosted SNL with Chris as a musical guest. It was everywhere, but it was marketed like Garth Brooks had lost his damn mind and was thought he was Chris Gaines, which wasn't true at all. If you even take one leaf through the booklet that came from the CD, you'll see that he was playing a character, much like Will Smith and any other actor does. He was trying to do that in the music industry, and I think if nothing else, it being an original idea is a reason for people to give it another shot. Those two things together, I can't stress enough the marketing. There was supposed to be a movie. We were supposed to get more Chris Gaines albums. As of the time of the shooting of this video, that one album is the only thing that's been released, but Garth has hinted that there's going to be more. So those two things really, for me, are real strong ones. The fact that it was marketed incorrectly and Garth was trying something original. If you sit around and you say, oh, all music sounds the same or all artists look the same these days, Garth tried something original and everybody laughed at him. The next one kind of ties into the second one, and that is just because something becomes a joke or is the butt of everybody else's jokes doesn't mean that you shouldn't like it or that you shouldn't at least give it a shot. I personally can think of at least 10 or 15 albums off the top of my head that many other people don't like. And I won't even go with an obvious one. I'll say Van Halen 3. It's not the best Van Halen record ever made, but there are some great songs on there with the amazing talent of Gary Cherone. So something like this, just because you hear from a bunch of people that this isn't a good album, doesn't mean that that's true. And it doesn't even mean it's true for you. The next person might dislike it a great deal, but you might love this album. So that's another reason to give it a shot. Definitely try more than a few songs on it. There's diversity. That's another reason to give the record a shot. It's made up to be a greatest hits album. So there's supposed to be 2 songs from each of the fictional characters' records. So one song doesn't sound the same. They're supposed to be from over an artist's career. So the diversity is another reason to check it out, because there might be something on there that you hear initially. You go, oh, this is way too R&B for me. Or you might hear something else. You go, oh, that's way too rock for me. Or that's too country for me. But there's probably going to be something else that you like on there. Lastly, and I cannot stress this enough, the songs are great on the record. They are co-written mostly by Kenny Babyface Edmonds, a fantastic songwriter who took us through the greater majority of the 90s with some amazing hits. And again, because of the reasons I mentioned earlier with the way this was marketed or the way people perceived it, nobody even really gave the songs a shot. So I honestly, every song on the record, with my personal exception of the last bonus track on the record, which I don't really like, the whole rest of the record is absolutely fantastic, and they're great songs that I think should be heard. So what do you think? What do you think about the Chris Gaines project? Did you never give it a shot? Have you actually tried to give it a shot, and that's why it's the butt of your jokes now? We always like to hear from you in the comment section. I will try my best to link as much Chris Gaines audio as I can in the description, but it gets hard finding those links on YouTube because of Garth Brooks' very limited streaming deals out there. But I will do what I can with that. Leave us a comment, drop a like on the video, and as we always say, thank you so much for watching.